Hi kiddos, Miss Olson here. Hey, congratulations on winning this month's Reading Motivator. You get to be the lucky kiddos to do an art project. I'm going to show you on a video what to do, and hopefully you'll be able to work on it. You're either in your classroom or you're at home. So I've got both materials to share with you. Let me tilt you down. Actually, let me show you what the project is first. Here it is. It's an Indian corn or ornamental corn. Notice all of those great warm colors on the inside of the corn kernels and the stalk, and then we're going to use cool colors on the outside. So I'll tilt you down, show you what materials you'll need and how to do it. Okay, so for this project you're going to need a long white piece of paper. It looks like that, yes? And you're going to need a pencil. You're going to need either tempera paints. Miss Olson will probably have some tempera paints ready for you. I will get you a mixing tray. You'll probably have a mixing tray that looks like this. And you're going to need some paints. So we're going to start with reds. Just a little half a cup. Notice I didn't fill it any more than half. And yellow. But then we're only using red and yellow because we're going to mix the orange. So red, yellow, then we're going to use blue, just a little bit of blue is all you need. We're going to use green, and what's the other cool color? You guessed it, purple. Purple. Here it comes. My purple's drying out. Oh no, here goes my purple. Shake it up, Miss Olson. Here it comes. Come on, purple. Well, here we go. Purple's coming. You can feel it. It's slow. Oh, there it is. Okay, purple. Whoa. Okay, friends, we've got our paint. We're also going to need a black crayon. Now, if you don't have tempera paints at home, that's okay. You can always use watercolor paints for this project. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And you could use an oil pastel if you have one of those. It's like a crayon, or you can just use a black crayon. Now mine's already broken. If yours breaks during this project, don't worry about it. It might happen. Okay, so I've got my paper. I'm going to start by writing my name at the top. And I'm going to flip her over. So for our Indian corn, we're going to go down about, maybe 1/4 to 2/3 of the way. And we're going to draw a curved line. I need to leave room at the top for the stalk. I'm going to turn this into a long oval that's kind of pointed at the bottom. Just like that. See that okay? Alright. So then, let me turn this over so you can see it the correct way. I'm going to draw the stalk. Now the stalk is just a series of kind of wispy grass, right? It's the corn stalk at the top. It's like the husk. Is that what it's called? The husk. There we are. Maybe I have one that goes off and bends. That's kind of interesting. There. I think yours unique. Okay, next step, we're going to draw a line straight down the middle. And remember, and if at any time you need to pause this video, feel free to do that while you catch up or take a break. Pulling down some lines. Just like that. I hope you can see that okay? Great. Now we're going to take lines straight across this way. Kind of ovals instead of circles, but that's okay. Okay, once I've got this drawn, again, pause the video if you need to. Otherwise, let's move on. Now I'm going to take my crayon, and I have to outline some of my pencil lines. We're going to start by outlining the husk. Press hard with your black crayon. Oh, see, it keeps breaking, but that's okay. Just keep right on going. Press hard, outlining right over top of the lines that you've already made. Now I'm not going to go around the corn, and I'm not going to make the lines crisscross like that. Instead, in between each one of these, I'm going to draw a circle or an oval that fills that entire space. Just like that. Make it as big as you can, and it should touch all four sides of that. Some are going to be small. all four sides of that square that you made, of that rectangle. Phew, okay. Boy, that took a while. My hand's a little tired. Feel free to take your time with that one. Okay, once I have all my kernels and my husk, I'm ready to start. So I need my paint and my paint brush. This also is going to get the right kind of paintbrush. That's a watercolor brush. That's not the right kind of brush. If I were using watercolor paints, that would be a good brush. But I'm using temper paint, so I want one that's flat and a little stiffer. Now I have water, but I'm only going to use it when I clean out my brush between the warm colors and the cool colors. When I use temper paint, I'm not going to clean my brush in between each color. Watch what I do. I always start with yellow because yellow is the brightest color and I want it to stay nice and bright. I'm going to fill in some of my kernels with yellow. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm not going to clean my brush. In fact, I'm going to take most of it back off in the middle, and I'm just going to add a touch of red. And what color do I get? You guessed it, a little orange. I'm going to mix a new color. Whatever color you get, go ahead and add it. Maybe I even want to try and mix a little bit right in here to one of these yellows that I made. Each one of these could really be a different color. Alright, let's see if we can get some more reds in here now. Reds. Ooh, that's a nice one right there. That's a good looking kernel. There we go. Alright, take a look at it now and then and think, what do I need more of? Maybe I need more orange. So let's try it. Notice I haven't used any water. I don't want these to be drippy. I'm looking for these to be bright colors. They remind you of fall. Have you seen ornamental corn before? Maybe at a farm market, or maybe you have some at home. They're really cool. I've seen some ornamental corn that even has purple in it. And I'll show you in just a minute how we can add just a little touch of purple or cool color in our corn. Double checking, taking a look at it, thinking how do I want to fill these in. There we go. Make sure you're getting all of your kernels. Okay, now I noticed that there's some space in between. We're going to get to that in just a minute. Let's work now on the stalk, on the husk. There, I like that. I like how it looks like reds and orange and yellows in there. Okay, ooh, it's a flaming kernel. Okay, so now we do need to wash our brush because we're about to move to the cool colors. So, swirl, swirl, swirl. I'm brushing the bottom, getting all of that color out best I can. Check it. Looks like there's still paint there, so keep working at it. I might even use my paper towel. Get that paint off there. I don't want any of that paint left on there. A good clean brush. Now I'm ready to start working with my cool colors. I'm going to grab some purple, and I'm just going to randomly start to dab, 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 dabbing motions like this, dabbing some purple around the outside in the background of my corn. Okay, that took a while. Phew. All right, don't forget to stretch a little bit. Great, okay. Now I notice I still have some white in the background. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little purple, cool color purple, and we're just gonna carefully fill in some of those spaces that you see with that purple cool color. So now it might be that it's purplish because of some leftover color. That's okay. But notice we haven't washed our brush when we were using the cool colors yet. Those blues and purples and greens are still in my brush. But I'm just going to fill in. I have to go carefully. I might have a big brush. Try to fill in those spaces between the kernels with a dark purple color. That'll help make the warm colors stand out. All right, friends, there we go. Now there's one last fun thing that you can do with this. If you're using watercolor paint, you could always sprinkle a little salt on it. But since this is tempera, here's what we can do. Now, you can rinse your brush now. Go ahead and clean it right out. You want it to be a little wet for this part. Now, Indian corn has a little bit of a texture on it. Have you ever noticed? So we're going to take a little bit of purple, and we're just going to get our brush with a tiny bit of purple on it. Now comes the fun part, and I know you've been waiting for this. With a small finger, we're going to add a little bit of splatter. Just a bit. Don't get crazy with it. A little bit of splatter helps give our work some texture. Right? You want it to be just a little touch of wet. Go ahead and put a tiny splatter. This is not big splatter. This is finger splatter. Just like that. See how I'm doing it? Like a toothbrush. Just a little bit of a splatter. A little bit of water. And a little purple. Just give it a little texture. Not too much. Just a bit to make it interesting. Put your brush in your water. And with that, my friends, we did it. Here is our lovely Indian corn. Take a look at that. Warm colors and cool colors for the season. Happy art making!